Let me start by giving you a little bit of context about today's lesson. Today we're going to cover a tool called 5 Whys. 5 Whys is a really useful tool for getting to understand the root causes of problems. This lesson is part of a course that's being prepared for the 2020 Delivery Academy. It's based on real stories and real experience and has been used in many real projects. It's a universal tool that's used widely throughout the public sector and also in the private sector. We'll give you a chance to try out this tool with an exercise at the end. Let me introduce you to Harold. Harold is a patient and he's recently been passing blood. Unfortunately, it took him 61 days to get a diagnosis, and that's really unfortunate for this case called hematuria, because it can actually be one of the warning signs of cancer. Angela's the new patient experience manager with responsibility for this pathway. She, on the basis of some feedback result from the patients, went and spoke to Dr. Johnson, the clinician in charge of this pathway. She wanted to know why. Why is it taking 61 days? This tool, 5 Whys, is really helpful for answering these sorts of questions, to getting to understand the root causes of the problems. Unfortunately, you can't do much about issues. However, you can act on root causes of problems. By discovering the root causes of problems, we can understand what drives them, and we can then act to resolve them. 5 Whys is actually a very, very simple tool. You start by stating the problem. You then, for a first time, ask why. Using the answer that you've just produced, you then ask again why. And you keep going until you've asked as many times as you need to discover the root cause of the problem. It's called 5 Whys, obviously, because you ask 5 whys 5 times, but actually it can be any number of whys. You can do 2 whys, 7 whys, 4 whys. You just keep asking the question until you've uncovered the root cause. Let's use the example that Harold and Angela are going through. It takes 61 days for a patient going through the hematuria pathway just to get a diagnosis. Why is that the case? Well, in this case, it's because it's a complicated and slow process. Why is it a complicated and slow process? Well, there's actually 2 reasons. First is that there are 6 steps to the diagnosis process. And the second is that there are not enough people at each of the steps to make sure that they're done quickly. Why are there not enough people at each of the steps? Well, it's because there have been more and more cases like Harold's each year, but they haven't put more staff at each step. Why are there 6 steps in the process? Well, it's just the way they've always done things. And why is it that the historical process is like that and they haven't put more staff on? Well, it's quite simply that nobody's ever designed the pathway. As you can see, we've found the root cause. And what we can do with the root cause is act on it, which means we can design the pathway. So Angela and Dr. Johnson can work to resolve the problems that Harold's been experiencing. Have a go at using the 5 Whys tool yourself now. Take a problem that you know well and try to uncover its root causes. Thanks for watching today. To help us improve, please leave your feedback below. If you enjoyed this lesson and found it valuable, click on the links above now to move on to the next lesson.